This right here flies in the face of all of those tips, and it begs the question, what does it really take to grow your channel on YouTube? Hey guys, my name is Michelle. Welcome to The Weight of Things. If you are new here, please take this time to click the subscribe button as well as that bell so that you can get notified of every time that I create a new video. In this video, what we are going to be talking about is what it really takes to grow your channel. Now, if you have a YouTube channel and you're watching this video, most likely it's not your first, and you probably watch a lot of other YouTube videos that give you basic tips on how you can grow your channel. And few of the very things that they say is make sure that you have great content, make sure that you're posting consistently, make sure that your thumbnails look great, make sure that your title stands out, and all these other things that you can do to optimize your videos. To be honest, this right here flies in the face of all of those tips, and it begs the question, what does it really take to grow your channel on YouTube? And what I am talking about is the new YouTube sensation, Dad, How Do I? Now, when we take a look at this channel, we can see right off the bat that number one, his thumbnail game is not all the way up there. Now, no shade, because I'm not saying that his thumbnails are completely horrific. They aren't, but they are just basic pictures. There's nothing that really stands out. And I think that that is one of the actual benefits for him, because it's not like this in your face kind of thing. It's really something that a dad would actually do. It's very practical. Like whatever his video is about, he has a picture related to that. There's no wording on it. There's no keywords in the thumbnail. There's no fancy lighting and everything like that. It's just the picture of what the video is about. Now, this channel has what some people would call evergreen content, or what I like to call timeless content. And what that basically is content that never grows old. When we're doing content that is trending, it's trending today and it may not be trending tomorrow. Chances are a few months down the line or a year or so, nobody might even be searching for that content anymore because the trend has disappeared. But evergreen or timeless content, as I like to call it, is content that no matter if it's a year from now, 2 years from now, 3 years from now, however long, that content is still going to be relevant. There are still going to be people that are searching for that kind of content. Now, specifically, Dad, How Do I? He has a lot of very practical, useful, informational content that people would literally type in. I've told you guys in a previous video that I myself have typed in, how do you tie a tie? That is how I learned how to be able to tie a tie for my husband. Now, a lot of people may go onto YouTube and type how to unclog a sink, and right away, Dad, How Do I is probably going to be the person that pops up. So number one, he has a great channel because he has content that is timeless. Everybody's going to always be wanting to find out how to unclog a sink, or how to know if your tire pressure is low, or how to iron, how to tie a tie. That is not going to go away. It's not a trend. It's not going to go out of style anytime soon. Number two, the way he titles his videos are perfect because he titled them exactly how somebody would actually type it into YouTube. So YouTube algorithm picks up on that, and as soon as somebody types it in, I guarantee his video is way up there on the list. The one downside, which this channel seems to have not faced, is with these kinds of content, how do you tie a tie? Oftentimes somebody would just go onto that channel just to view that video, and then they click off. They wouldn't often subscribe to the channel because they may not need anything else on the channel. But as we can see, with over 1.65 million subscribers, Dad, How Do I has not experienced that problem. Why is that? The answer to that question is relatability. I'm pretty sure that's how you say it this time. Relatability. There are many people that don't have their fathers. And if they do have their dad in their lives, their dad has maybe not been the type to really teach them these kind of things, or even be able to teach them these kind of things. Or maybe their father passed away, or whatever the situation may be. We do know that in society, there sometimes is kind of a daddy complex where there is an issue with the father figure in somebody's life. And so to have that kind of person that you can go to that not only has the content that you may need, but also is so relatable, speaking to you as a father, teaching you things that you probably would have wished that your father would have been able to if he's not in your life, or if you had a father, you wish that they would have had that connection with you and had that time to teach you those things. So he seems so down to earth and relatable. And I believe that that's why a lot of people have actually subscribed to his channel. Even when you look in his comments, you will see comments of people talking about the fact that they wish their dad had taught them those things, that their father wasn't around, their father didn't get to teach them things. They are literally relating to him as a father. And it gives him that relatability that people actually want to subscribe to him, not only for his content, but because of the connection that they begin to have with him as a content creator. We can see the same thing with the other content creators. Kelly Sam seems really down to earth. She's always kind of making those kind of like dry jokes where she's not herself laughing, but the way it comes off so sarcastic and so like just kind of out there, you kind of laugh. She kind of reminds you of a friend that you had that always had you kind of laughing, always was cracking jokes and really kind of setting that kind of atmosphere. So when you see Kelly Sams and the funny things that she does, coming out doing cartwheels, doing all these little dances that she would do for videos about how to, you know, grow your channel on YouTube, the little things that she does to kind of catch your eye, catch your attention, makes her very relatable, reminds you, as I said, of somebody that you may have known. And then we go to Catherine Manning, or as she used to be called, the Content Bug. Now, if we take a look at Catherine Manning, when I first was introduced to her, she only had about 30,000 subscribers. And I say only, although I'm not even there yet, but comparison to where she is now, she definitely has grown exponentially since the time that I was first introduced to her channel. Now, if you take a look at her channel, her thumbnails are very bright. They're very visually appealing. They kind of draw you in. Her facial expressions, her bright blue eyes, they make you want to know what it is that she has to say. And then when you watch her videos, she talks rather fast and very like upbeat. So again, she kind of reminds you of that friend that you would see after the weekend. They'd be like, oh my God, guess what? Like over this weekend, I fully just did this and then this happened. And oh my God, it was so exciting. You should have been there. And it's like, you're just attracted to their positivity, you're attracted to their energy, their excitement. And even if you're feeling in a down mood, when somebody comes to you and they are so upbeat and they are so like, you know, hyped, it kind of like draws you in. You're attracted to people that are positive and you're attracted to people that send off that positive vibe. Even times when she's not positive, where she may be feeling down, she still kind of draws you in because she's so raw, she's so real. The thing that we have to remember about being relatable is that nobody wants a completely polished person when they come on YouTube. We see that with politicians, we see that with celebrities all the time, where they are being told what to say. They have scripts that they have to read. They have a publicist and a manager telling them how they should act, what they should do, what they should wear, and they're very put together for the public. When we come onto YouTube, we want to see the girl next door. We want to see the person that we love. We want to see them in their element. We want to see them being themselves. I used to have this problem myself. When I first started off on YouTube, my first few videos, I would take anything out that I found was not good, that I may have sounded ridiculous, or I made a mistake, or there was a sound in the background. I would take all of that out and I wanted to sound like, hello everybody, today on The Weight of Things, we are going to be talking about, and just like as if I'm a newscaster, like giving you the daily news. But then I got over that and I had to decide to myself that, you know what, like if I'm going to do this channel, I want to do it as me. We can see that, yes, whereas some of these YouTubers, Catherine Manning, Kelly Stamps, they all have very polished and well put together thumbnails and their channels look great and stuff like that. But we can see that with Dad How Do I, that was not what attracted people to his channel. There are people that if you even type in his videos that have better looking thumbnails than him. So that's not what is attracting to people to his channel. What is attracting people to his channel and what is actually attracting people to all of these channels is their relatability to their audience. When you think about it, whatever topic that you have that you talk about on your channel, there are thousands upon thousands of other people that talk about it. And they probably maybe have better thumbnails than you. Maybe they present it better than you and everything. But at the end of the day, you have to think about, why is this person going to come on my channel and why should they watch my video? The one thing that somebody else cannot do, whether they create the same content as you, even if they copy your description box, even if they copy your thumbnails, the one thing that they cannot do is be you. And so that is your greatest asset. That is your greatest arsenal for you to have, is for you to be able to be who you are and let your personality shine. Let people come in because of who you are and also what you can provide. Let's take a look at Mrs. Midwest. Again, when I first was introduced to Mrs. Midwest by my sister, she had about 30,000 subscribers. She is now up to 157 subscribers at the time of this recording. Again, with Mrs. Midwest, she has topics that are evergreen or timeless topics that regardless of whether it's a few years down the road, people are still going to be looking up. People are always going to want to know how to be more feminine. People are going to want to know about homemaking. People are always going to want to know about how to bake, how to do all these different kinds of things that she offers on her channel. Again, we can see that her thumbnails are very appealing. They're very bright. They draw people in. But again, I think that the greatest asset that she has is her personality. When you look at her videos, she's very bubbly and she's always smiling, and her smile kind of brings you in, and her personality seems like the girl next door. She gives off that kind of feeling when you watch her content, like she could actually be someone that you could sit there and have a conversation with. So the point that I'm trying to make, is it important to have great thumbnails and great content and to upload consistently? Of course, those things are very important. But as we can see with Dad, How Do I, that is just a part of the equation. There is something more that has to stand out between your channel and somebody else. And as I mentioned, the one thing that nobody can take from you, whether it's your content or whatever, is your personality. And you have to let your personality shine through your thumbnails, shine through your content and how you're talking and what you're doing, and really put yourself on display. All these content creators that I mentioned today all have very different niches, and they've all been on YouTube for different periods of time. Yet, the thing that I think is so connecting by all of them is the fact of how they relate to their audience. I've watched videos from every single one of them, and I'm pretty sure in pretty much all of their channels, there's a video where they had mentioned that they never really thought that they were going to blow up the way that they did, but it happened because people can relate to them. It was really about their personality. But we do have to remember that in order for that person to be able to see your personality, the first thing they need to be able to do is pick you out of the group of thousands of other content creators that have the same content as you. So thumbnails are still very important. How your channel looks is still very important. But what's even more important is what the person is actually going to get when they click on your video. Thank you for watching, and I hope that this answers the question about what it really takes to grow your channel on YouTube.